Hello? Hello?
No, we have Xfinity.
Yeah, I got Xfinity too, man. I'm cutting in and out though, man. You guys,
Xfinity's been having some issues this week.
Yeah, I
oh,
got it also. I got Xfinity cheap brand, 9.95.
I'll take that. No, but my power went out. Like my lights
Yeah,
went off.
I was just
Oh
about to say
wow.
that. I got a text saying Manteca power outages in Manteca. It's like, oh,
Hey, you know the enemy don't want this Bible study to happen, man. All
Getting
right,
too
so
close, that's what it is.
Yeah,
come on, man.
where you guys want to meet up at? Where you guys want to meet up?
he
For real.
he wants you to be under one of them trumpets.
Oh man, he ain't gonna get me, man. So what did you guys say about the first trumpet? What happened with that?
Okay, the first one is when the fire and the blood were thrown down to earth. I just read it. I didn't really explain it.
Okay, let me get there right now. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Ain't nothing gonna stop us. All right. Then the seven angels with the seven trumpets prepared to blow their mighty blast. The first angel blew his trumpet, and hail and fire mixed with blood was thrown down on the earth. One third of the earth was set on fire, and one third of the trees were burned, and all the green grass was burned. Okay. So, third of the earth. We talked about those numbers, man. What that looks like. That's a lot, right? That's the whole Western Hemisphere right now. That's plus Australia. Okay, so that's a big area that's burned, right? Now let me ask you something. Do you guys think this is an actual hailstorm or is this something else?
No, no,
I was just saying it was fire and brimstone like the day of Sodom and Gomorrah, right?
Ah.
it's a judgment.
Yeah, no, it's a judgment for sure, but is it legit? Like, is it what it says it is? Like, it's actual like fire and brimstone, kind of like Sodom and Gomorrah, or is it like a volcano erupting?
And get into another conspiracy theory.
No, actually, there's a lot of people that believe that. There's a lot of theologians that really believe. Because here's what you guys got to remember about this, guys. John is looking into the future. Okay, this is 2000 plus years ago. He's looking into the future and he's seeing stuff that he's trying to describe based on what he knows, right?
Hmm.
Like, let's just say this is nuclear war. Would he know how to explain missiles flying in the air? Would he know how to explain jets and helicopters shooting missiles and gun? Would he know how to explain machine guns?
Yeah.
He wouldn't.
Very true. Very
He'd
true.
be like, man, it was like a horse and it was a fly and it had fire coming out and it was spinning and we're like, oh man, that's crazy. Like, but no, but seriously, there are theologians that really believe that it was exactly that. Like he didn't have like Jesus didn't say, hey, and call that a jet, call that a missile. No, he just described what he saw.
So basically,
Yeah.
he didn't have the exact words for it. He just tried to describe it as best as he could.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
it could do.
So
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 just keep that in mind, right?
so can I say something? I
Yeah.
always think about things because this is before, like I used to watch a lot of like History Channel and like a lot of like the science based it always intrigued me science based stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I always thought like God's a natural God. So things that we're doing here on earth, it's all his creation, it's all natural. When we see a tree grow, it grows a certain way. Now, whether God could speed it up or slow it down, that's all up to him, right?
Right. Right.
Um, so when I think about these kind of things, I think like, okay, well, yeah, John's trying to describe something he doesn't really understand himself. That's okay. But also like God's a natural God. Maybe I mean, and I don't know what the blood represents in that, but basically like the fire and hail, like it could be a volcano, it could be an eruption. That's how he presents it. Um, I don't know how they presented it with Sodom and Gomorrah. It just says fire and brimstone. So I mean, to me, like that's specific. That's specific. Like straight rocks and fire. So to me, this would be like, okay, well, the same thing. It could be a volcano.
It could be, yeah, it could be a nuclear holocaust. We don't know. Let's keep reading. Then the second angel blew his trumpet, and a great mountain of fire was thrown into the sea. One third of the water in the sea became blood, and one third of all living things in the sea died, and one third of all the ships on the sea were destroyed. Okay, so second trumpet, first trumpet blows. We see hell and fire coming from the sky mixed with blood, right? Second trumpet's blown. What do we see?
The sea, talking about the sea,
We're talking about the sea. What goes into the sea?
The
the
water.
sure.
mountain of fire.
A mountain of fire. Now, what's that sound like? Where's
A
that mountain?
volcano.
A volcano, right?
Yeah,
And
the
again,
water.
like when I when I was reading about this, it's like, you know what this I said I thought like Elias said, oh, this is some conspiracy stuff. But again, like Paul just said, why did God create volcanoes?
Mm.
Why did God create the water to be so massive and great? Why does he create these things? I'm sure everything has a purpose that God creates, right? So it had me
Yeah.
thinking
Indeed.
like, yeah, go ahead, Elias.
I was gonna say it's literally, as soon as you brought up volcanoes, it makes me think of Yellowstone because I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie 2012, but like the whole point is like in and all that starts happening, the Yellowstone volcano that exists where like all the
Yeah,
hot springs are, it erupts and it literally desecrates like the entire United States
yeah.
and starts to like basically like if that was to ever blow up, we're all cooked.
Well,
Like
I
it'd be
think
really bad.
correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, the volcano if it erupted and it was like a legit eruption, I think that volcano ash would cover like our skies for like 3 to 5 years. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wouldn't see the
it'd
sun,
be
guys.
Yeah. To add into that, when the volcano erupts and if it gets hot enough and it messes up the air enough, it creates thunder, lightning, rain.
Correct.
So you could have technically you could have acid rain, right? Acid sludge rain, whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm who controls the volcanoes?
Nobody,
Nobody but
God.
God, right? So I looked it up, and I'm glad you brought up the Yellowstone. There was another one in it's in Italy. It's called Mount Vesuvius, and
Yeah, Vesuvius.
it's a
Vesuvius.
complex volcano in Italy, famous for its 79 AD eruption that destroyed the Roman cities of Pompeii and
Uh,
Herculaneum. It says it's located near Naples. It is only active. It is the only active volcano on the mainland Europe, and is considered one of the world's most dangerous volcanoes due to its potential for future catastrophic eruptions. Its last eruption was in 1944. So scientists warned that another eruption is possible and could be devastating for hundreds of thousands of people living in the surrounding death zones. So it had me thinking, guys. It's like, wow, like again, this is God's creation, and at a snap of His fingers, at His time, we see all the movies with like the when the waves are coming and the tsunamis, but we don't think about volcanoes too much, right? So it's kind of interesting, man. It's kind of interesting.
Well,
Yeah, I know where it shows where the ships, it says a third of the ships in the sea will be destroyed.
Yeah,
I think that has to do with volcanoes and earthquakes causing tsunamis, and those tsunamis are going to
mm.
just take those boats out.
absolutely, 100%, man. Just something to think about. But again, God is God, right? He can be supernatural. He could just say, you know what? I'm just gonna send fire from the sky. What are you gonna do about it? And we're like, no problem, God. Whatever you want,
Yeah, exactly.
right? You're the boss. All right.
to me, when you look outside, that just shows you God's love and grace, keeping it like it is
Come
right now.
on, Joe. Speak on it, Joe.
Just that's what I'm saying. We anything can happen anytime. By His grace, those mercies are new every morning. And
Mm.
like I said, if this is going to happen, like it's going to happen there, I believe the church. I believe He will take the church out before these things happen.
Joe, I'm so glad you said what you said. Let's have a little reverence, right? The sun rises every day, man. And if any of you guys watch any of that, like that National Geographic, astronomy stuff, the way they describe planets and the sun and the moon, it is a miracle. It's like, how does this happen? And if at any point it goes off of course just a little bit, if the Earth was to stop spinning for a second, we'd all die. For
Yeah.
just a
Yep.
second, it would basically we're spinning at I think they said something about 600 miles per hour or something like that. So if
Yep.
we stopped for 1 second, we would all go flying in one direction, 600 miles per hour. I mean, that's God.
I love it because science just proves God's presence more and more, like
Absolutely.
his engineering. Because there's a new study I just saw. Scientists just discovered that around our universe, our galaxy, it's protected by it's protected by like a insulation of stars and all this other stuff, so nothing gets to us. Um, and it's huge. It's galaxies wide, so it's
Yeah.
like that far
6,000
out. Like
rim.
Yeah, exactly. That far out. I mean, we're only thinking about here. This is only talking about what's happening here. But God's universal. So it's like universes can he can command anything to happen here.
That's
So
right.
it's crazy.
Makes you think about when I think sorry, Genesis 1, the filament, right? Like it makes you think about what that is. And I know the flat earthers use that, but yeah, God is amazing, man. God is amazing. Let's get
Yeah.
into verse 10. Then the third angel blew his trumpet, and a great star fell from the sky, burning like a torch. It fell on one third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star was bitterness, or wormwood. It made one third of the water bitter, and many people died from drinking the bitter water. Let's stop right there. Um, what happened? Third trumpet's blown. What happened? Let's talk about
A
that.
star.
St- Again, so John, looking into the future, sees a star fall. What's that sound like?
Maybe a
Meteor.
comet or a meteor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Now it could be a big star that God is like, "Yep, I'm sending that down there like that." Can be. But again, it def for to us trying to, reason with this, we're like, dude, that's a meteor. That's you know what I mean? Um, the star had a name though. Why?
Because of what it did to the water.
It had a purpose, right? It had a purpose. And its name was wormwood or bitterness as they translated it for us here. Um, so the purpose was obviously to poison the water, right? And if it poisoned the water, made it bitter, that it was undrinkable, what would that do to people?
People go thirsty.
Come on, man. Now, where have we seen that before, Joe? Where the water was bitter.
I don't remember.
Oh,
When Jesus tastes the water, is that wine?
no, no, that's when
It's
he turned the
wine.
water into wine. Think Old Testament, think Israelites, think complaining. Remember the
Oh, I'm
guys?
thinking of the Pharaoh.
Talking about not in the wilderness.
Yeah, in the wilderness. Remember they came to what was it called? Moriah? No,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Mara or something like that. And
yeah.
the water was bitter, and they were complaining, and that's where Jesus struck the rock. Or sorry, Moses.
Moses. Yeah.
He
He was
told
not
Moses to
supposed
strike
to
the rock.
strike it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we've
Yeah.
heard that before. Um, there's a note here. Let me read the note real quick. There's a good note in, I think 10. Let me find it. It kind of breaks it down. You know, I love my notes, man. Um, it was in the, not there. Hold on. It's a good one. It's worth it. I think it was the classic. No. Oh well. If I find it, it was in the NLT classic that we have. Let me try this one. What note is this? This is the 8-8. No. Let me look one more time. No. All right, it's all good. But yeah, anyways, and then so this cross reference here, Jeremiah 9:15, because God, there's patterns, right? We see these patterns all the time. And you go back to Jeremiah 9, and of course, Jeremiah's a prophet, right? He's condemning these people for their disobedience, right? My people bend their tongues like bows to shout out lies. They refuse to stand up for the truth. They only go from bad to worse, right? Beware of your neighbors. Don't even trust your brothers, for brother takes advantage of brother, and friends slander friends. That sounds like now, right? This is talking about 4,000 years ago. They all fool and defraud each other. No one tells the truth. Therefore, this is what the Lord of Heaven's army says, right? Should I not punish them? Right? God's getting on them, right? And then we get down to the part I wanted to show you. Verse 12. Who is wise enough to understand all of this? Who has been instructed by the Lord and can explain it to others? Why has the land been so ruined that no one dares to travel through it? The Lord replies, this has happened because my people, and I listen to this because this is what we're seeing in Revelation at that time. This has happened because my people have abandoned my instructions. They have refused to obey what I said. Instead, they have stubbornly followed their own desires and worshiped the images of Baal, as their ancestors taught them. So now, this is what the Lord of Heaven's army says. The God of Israel says, look, I will feed them with bitterness and give them poison to drink. He's, come on, man. God is God, but it's nothing new under the sun, right? And the reason that they were receiving this punishment, why? Because they were refusing to listen. They wanted to do their own thing, and even worse, they wanted to worship another God, and God is not having that, right? So again, we fast go back to Revelation here, where we were, and we see this wormwood situation going down, right? Are we in the? Oh my bad. Here we go. Getting back to it. All right, where are we at here? On verse 11. All right, so we see the bitterness. We saw the cross reference. Let's continue to go. Fourth angel blew his trumpet. All right. And one third of the sun was struck, and one third of the moon, and one third of the stars, and they became dark. And one third of the day was dark, and also one third of the night. Did we just see that with the scrolls? Where the sun, the moon, the stars went
Yeah,
dark?
yeah. That
Yeah.
was 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was back in 7. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. So we're just observing here. Um, let's keep reading. Then I looked and I heard a single. Well, actually, no, let's stop right there. So what's the significance of this happening again? Where the sun and the moon and the one third of the moon, one third of the sun goes out. What's the point of doing that? Throw something out there.
So that's, I think, for anybody who knew the word but didn't follow it, it's going to remind them.
I like that.
And it's also, like he said, there'd be fire coming, or a star falls on the earth. That could have been a meteor shower, or something that hits the sun and hits the moon
Yeah,
and takes chunks of it out.
that's true. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. And notice something else too, guys, because we gotta really observe here.
It says right there, as you mentioned, Alex, it says that one third of the sun was struck.
Yeah, it was struck.
Yeah, it was
It didn't,
struck.
it
Yeah,
didn't go out, it didn't disappear, it got struck. So it's got to be meteors or comets, something like that, hitting it. Something pretty big to hit the sun, which is so huge.
well, to hit all those things, right?
Yeah, and take a
Yeah.
third of the sun out. The sun is huge.
And
And
then
like Paul said, something greater than, because we think the sun is like, okay, that's as far as we go, but there's something hitting that, right?
Yep.
What'd you say, Joe?
no, I was I was just saying, yeah. I might have said it must have been really big. I mean, it could have been real big, and then at the speed, we don't know what speed it was going.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very true.
You know,
I kind of see like a spiritual darkness type thing right there too. We were like, you people chose the darkness, so here it is. I'm gonna make it official for you. You know, and also too, you go back to Pharaoh. One of the plagues there was didn't he black out the sun,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So he's kind of playing off the plagues that he's already used. But again, here, man, it's almost like, okay, you guys, you don't worship me, so you're worshiping something. And we know Babylon, they're all about the sun, moon gods, and all these different gods, and this, that, and the other. And he's like, I'll strike them too. You know what I mean? Do you guys see that or no? Or am I doing too much?
Yep. Yep.
You know, like
Especially
everything.
the sun. When he strikes the sun, people who worship the sun are going to say, "Wait a minute,
Yeah,
there's something more powerful than the sun."
than the
Because now
sun.
we see a third of it missing. How did that happen?
Yeah.
is that what that Burning Man is all about?
I don't know nothing about it. Anybody know about Burning Man?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a crazy thing.
Yeah. They go what?
Joe, I think you and Alex are the ones that probably have the most life experience to know what Burning Man would possibly be.
Well, Joe was a hippie man, you know what I'm saying? But no, yeah,
Me,
no, it's true though. Like we're, he's taking shots at everything that people value and everything that people think they are protecting them. God's like, this all belongs to me.
And you know what?
I
Also,
kind
I
of
see real quick, you
Yeah.
guys, is that even when it's dark, there's still light, right? God's grace is still with us at night, right?
Oh, okay, I like
The
that.
moon's shining, like He's still being gracious to us even at
mm,
night, and He just removes that completely to be like, yeah, I'm taking all my light. Now know who I am.
Something's got to wake them up, right? Something's got to wake us up, right? Right, Juan? Like we got to see something. It's almost like the Romans 1. He's like, I've been showing you this whole time, but you didn't want
Well,
to believe it, you
if
know?
and
that
I think
right,
like really we're advanced people, and this is the future, right? And it's not even happened yet, so maybe it's even more in the future. We're gonna be advanced. Like we know what's up. Like we have technology, we have science, we study planets, we study all this stuff. But realistically, like we're gonna know more than they knew back then. Like they don't even know what missiles were, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
But we will. We will. We are our future generations, whoever, hopefully all of our everybody on this call, everybody's generations is up and gone. But the ones that are there, they're gonna know like this is out of the ordinary. This is God. They're gonna know it's God because they're not gonna be able to explain it away. Science is not gonna have a solution for it. It's just gonna be happening.
not gonna
Yeah.
be
So
it's not gonna be Fox News saying it's an eclipse or something like that.
Right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, to to that point though, you're gonna have people say, well, the Bible said, it was supposed to be hailstorms, but it was actually a volcano. So the Bible lied.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah,
have people
yeah.
like that too, right? And we're
Yeah.
gonna be
I guess
like,
I take it
dude,
back. You will have people who will try to explain it away. They won't accept it still at that time.
yeah, yeah, right. And you're like, dude, the sky just rolled up, dude. Do we really
Yeah,
want to have this debate right now, or do we want to get saved?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
But what you
crazy, man.
said earlier, though, Curtis, is about, this is like thousands of years ago, right? Like no one knew how to describe only but what they really saw, So
Right.
the Bible is not a lie, right? You know what I
No.
mean? It's
Yeah.
just back then, So that is, hopefully if we're, ministering to somebody and they're asking this, like that is a great point to bring up. Like, how does someone describe this way back then? How did
Yeah.
people describe, you know, TVs way back then, and now it's just super advanced. So, I mean, that's a good point, man. I really, really like that.
I was just thinking as you were saying that, I was like, how would you if you were John and you saw a cell phone?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a rock. It had it how you wouldn't even know what a screen was. You're like it had a mirror on it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Twice you
Well, it's like Elijah. Look at Elijah when they said that he was taken up in a fiery chariot.
Right.
Yeah.
What was that?
Could have been a spaceship, could have been a rocket ship. Who knows? We don't know.
True, it's true though. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
But we know God did it and God is good, right? So
Yep.
whatever God did is all good. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Verse 13. Then I looked and I heard a single eagle crying loudly as it flew through the air. Terror, terror, terror to all who belong to this world because of what will happen when the last three angels blow their trumpets. What's going on with this eagle, man? Why is he in the story?
Well, that's crazy. But I mean, hey, a donkey talked, right? So things
That's
are gonna be
true.
different.
Crying
But
loudly as he flew through the air. So, I mean,
it could be an airplane and it's a loudspeaker if you want to go that route.
well, okay, we can't. An eagle's an eagle, man. He knows what an eagle is, all right? I mean, we don't know. It could have been a drone. We don't know. But yeah, what's he doing? What's going on with this eagle? Why is this eagle making this announcement, man? So we got so what is this? We're on the fourth trumpet, right? We got three more to go. He says terror, terror, terror. He says that three times. How many more trumpets do we have left?
I mean, when I think of eagle, man, I think it's soaring and it can reach multiple places in his soar, right? Like
Yeah.
he's gliding over. Like I ain't missing nobody. You guys hear this? Over here, terror over here, and terror over here. He's hovering above everyone to let them know, like God's here, right?
Yeah.
You know, all who belong to this world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But again, don't miss this, guys. He said terror three times,
yeah,
and we got three more trumpets left. So and
Wow.
he's taking a little pause here from the first four to warn him about the last four. So it's almost like God saying, "Hey, you're getting to a point where there's no return here, guys."
Man, still giving his grace to us, right? Or not to us,
Yeah,
to the unbelievers, right? And come to me now. Yeah.
yeah.
Do I need to show you more? Because it's coming.
Come on, man.
And it
Yes.
has to be like a command to anybody else who's doubting, like, hey, who
Yeah.
belongs to this world? Anybody got to preach the gospel, they know like you can't belong to this world.
Yeah.
Like perk up your ears, let's go.
Yeah. Now you
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 know,
said earlier, Paul. Oh, go ahead, Juan.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, please don't talk too much. Go ahead.
Well, before when your power went off, Paul brought up like, okay, this timing, you know what I mean? Is this like one after another, the trumpets, or are they like, a year, 3 years, and I agreed with, I think that you thought that Paul too was that, there was a time lapse in between these. So like he's given the wrath and he's given them time to like really like believe in me. So I
Yeah.
think there is time that he's given these people to turn to him, man. It's not like one shot after another. He's being gracious at the same time and be like, look, I'm doing this. Come to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing this. Now come to me. Yeah.
Yeah. He
I
is
think it's
he's
like the
actually
ten,
showing love here. Yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead,
it's like the
Alex.
Ten Commandments, like the Ten Commandments. When Moses came the first time to Pharaoh, and he got the first plague, he didn't get the next one the next day, and the next one the next day. There was a
Very
few
true.
days in between there.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Some time in between there, and then he would come back a week later or something and say, "Now you're gonna let my people to go," and he goes, "No."
Yeah.
And then he
Yeah.
goes, "Well, then because of this is going to happen," and then it happens, and then there's darkness for 3 days or whatever, and then so it didn't happen one day after another. This is the same thing. There's going to be time in between for people to reflect. I think that's God's plan to
Reflect
make,
and repent. Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
You gotta
mean,
that
feel it.
it's
last
so
chance.
easy. It's just crazy because it's so easy because all these like Juan just mentioned all the time we have in between these trumpets like so easy. All you gotta do is the two most important commandments. Just at any time during these things happening, these people can just say, "I love you, God, with all my heart, and I'm gonna help others that are suffering with me through this." It's all they gotta do.
Well, let me ask you this,
It's
Paul. You grow up bad, you almost get killed 3 or 4 times, you get in a bad car accident, you escape that, you get a cancer scare, you escape that, you escape something else. Still not repenting though, right? That's normal
Mhm.
life.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is.
Yep.
right now we're under grace, right now. But when that comes in, they're having them martyred and stuff. You're not under grace anymore.
Mm.
You
That's
know,
true.
you're under the judgment.
Well, this is judgment. And that's why
The
I believe we won't be
church,
here.
the church has been taken out already.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I believe too.
So
Yeah.
so they have to go. They have to be martyred one way or another if they're going to be a believer. You just don't become a believer like you do right now.
Yeah.
Now,
That's good.
but Joe, here's the thing. So to challenge that just a little bit, because someone will say, well, there are people here for Christ that are here. The 144,000 are marked, and they're there witnessing and getting people saved. So there is some type of grace and protection. Because as Paul was mentioning, it says this will happen. It says, flew through the air, terror, those who belong to this world. So these next terrors are coming to a specific group,
Yeah.
all who belong to this world. What does Jesus say about us? Do we
That
belong
we're
to this
still
world?
that we're still protected.
Come on, man.
Set apart
Yeah.
And
world.
even though we're in this world, we're supposed to be
Yeah.
what?
Set apart.
We're
Set
set apart.
apart, not of this world, right?
Yeah.
We're temporary
Sanctified.
residents, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's interesting that again, all who belong to the world, those are not Christians.
Yeah.
So that terror is coming to them, right? So for the people, and this is actually good news for people that believe we're going to be here in the tribulation, because at least if we're here for the tribulation and we belong to Christ, we kind of escape this then,
Yeah,
right?
the terror is for those who belong to the world. Yeah, yeah. I was
So this
thinking
is
of
good
that
news,
one, man. Yeah,
for those that want to be here. I don't know.
yeah,
That's up to y'all. That's up to y'all and God, I
yeah,
guess. All right.
yeah.
So the fifth trumpet, notice the heading though. The fifth trumpet brings the first terror.
Ooh,
I thought this other stuff was bad. You know what I
yeah,
mean? but this is saying that it's about to get worse. All
Are
right.
those considered the birth pains? You know what I mean?
Whoo,
All of
You know,
that,
no,
and
no,
there's
no.
still more to come.
Here,
That's
here
crazy.
it comes right here. You know.
This is a baby's head coming out.
man, could be.
Yeah.
But these aren't even the bowls, guys. These aren't. This ain't even that
Wow.
bad.
Wow.
According to the text, yeah, it ain't that bad. That's nuts.
This ain't
It's
even
gonna
that
get
bad.
even worse.
Because
It's
again,
like, yeah,
yeah,
one
go
third
ahead.
of the population gone, one
Uh-huh.
third of food gone, one third of water gone. You know what? On top of it, I'm gonna throw down raining fire and a meteor, whatever. Like, there's everything we've been naming off. And it's like, but wait,
But think about it, Elias. This is all coming from God, technically, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
Now, when the mark of the beast comes, I believe when the bowls come, is the devil going to show you any mercy?
oh, not at all.
There ain't no breaks for him. He's taking you down with him, right? So they're still being loved at this point. It's as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
He's still holding back,
Yeah. Wow.
which is crazy. But God is that good.
Well,
The
it's
fifth,
not really crazy when you think about it, right? God is that good. We know our God is a caring, loving
yeah,
Father, right?
it's
And
his
he
character,
he does discipline his children, right? We should
right?
expect that, you know. And you know, when I consider this discipline, I actually think it's his wrath for just it's real discipline, right? It's not a slap on the wrist. It's
No, this is a belt.
yeah, you know,
Oh yeah, he's giving you everything he promised.
yeah.
So, is there any prodigals in this at this time being able to be come home and be saved?
Yeah, absolutely,
Right,
100%.
right.
Yeah, because the great tribulation technically has not started, and in that elder said
Okay.
those are the people from the great tribulation. So
Yes.
there are gonna be people who refuse the mark of the beast, and the devil's like, "Hey, choose me or choose God." They say, "I'm choosing God." Cut his head off, straight to heaven, right? But let's keep reading. Then the fifth angel blew his trumpet, and I saw a star that had fallen to earth from the sky, and he was given the key to the shaft of the bottomless pit. Interesting. When he
Wow.
opened it, smoke poured out as though from a huge furnace, and the sunlight and the air turned dark from the smoke. Then locusts came from the smoke and descended on the earth, and they were given power to sting like scorpions. Let's break this down here. A star has fallen. Okay, is this an actual star or is this a person? Is this an angel? What is going on here?
Got to be an angel because he's given a key
Yeah.
to the shaft of the bottomless pit. So he came from heaven. God sent an angel with that key.
And only Christ has that key.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
And
Now,
it,
okay, go ahead.
it also says that the bottomless pit belongs to God. So
Okay.
it can only be an angel that has that key.
So we're thinking this is a good guy.
Yeah. So we're thinking, yeah. we're
It's
thinking,
coming out of the pit, or that's got the key to the pit.
Well, it says
I got a little bit lost. So,
no, it says a star. I saw a star that had fallen to earth from the sky. Would an angel from God fall, or would he be
oh
sent?
no, no, he'd be sent. But see, now here's the thing. That's what it's starting to make me think. Is making me think that it's kind of making reference to the enemy. It's saying a fallen star. I don't know. To me, it's like fallen star, fallen angel. That's kind of like that might be just my brain, but that's like the correlation that I'm putting together reading that or hearing that.
I'm thinking like yeah, like Satan or something. That's what I'm thinking.
Let me read this. There's a study note. It says we're not specifically told the identity of the star that fell from the sky. It might be Satan, a fallen angel, Christ. I don't think it was Christ. I don't know about that. Or a good angel. Most likely, it is a good angel because the key to the shaft of the bottomless pit belongs to Christ, and it was temporarily given to this other being from heaven. Whoever this may be, he operates under God's control and authority. The bottomless pit represents the place of the demons and of Satan and the king of demons. Okay. Now, so we don't know who this is. You guys are saying some people are saying good, some people are saying but I remember the reason I'm kind of like hesitant to say he's good is because in Revelations 21 or 20 verse 1, we see this same scene happen or at a different time. But look how it reads. Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven. I mean, minor difference. With the key to the bottomless pit and a heavy chain in his hand. He seized the dragon, the old serpent, who is the devil, Satan, and bound him in chains for 1,000 years.
See,
Yeah,
I feel
with
like the difference
you're
is key
talking
though.
you're talking about John. It could fall and going down could be two different same thing.
It could be, yeah, 100%. Yeah, just kind of get y'all to think, you know what I'm saying? We don't know who it is. It could be good, it could be bad. We know God's in control though, right? We know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay, this
I think because he had the key, he opened it up so the demons and Satan and everybody can come out for getting ready for the last for the bowls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the
So,
real Satan coming, the last 3.5 years.
yeah. So this pit, I mean, what is this pit, by the way? Joe said God has control of the pit. We believe that. What is this pit? Is this just like a prison? Is this hell? Not Lake of Fire, but is this hell that he's talking about? Or is this just a cave or something? What do you guys think?
Mhm. I guess
I,
it's too.
You think it's hell?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I have a question that just literally like came up in my mind. So if God has control over all that, like has the key to has the key to hell, that's why the devil can just always continuously be locked away. Why doesn't he just, because he's God, just get rid of it? Like just literally just like, you know what, poof, just cease to exist and just completely remove the devil and everything about him that exists. Like that's literally what I'm thinking about. Like, why don't you just get rid of him? Like, why even let him still be around?
Anybody want to answer that?
I think there's different levels of hell down there.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I think you got your Hitlers down there, and then you got the ones that just didn't believe. You know,
Like Dante's Inferno, like 9 levels of hell. If you guys know what that is.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
hell's hell, man.
Dante's Inferno. Yeah.
Well, that's like saying there's 13 heavens. But again, let's answer Elias's question. Why didn't God just lock this dude up, man, and we not have no drama?
you do what now? Just lock them up
Yeah, Elias said,
Just
why is
completely
God
just
why?
eviscerate
because
Yeah.
hell and the
God is
devil. Like
God
just
is
take him out.
Satan. God is using Satan right now.
Mmm.
He's using them for his own purpose.
Come on.
You know,
Come on.
just like he used Pharaoh.
Hmm.
Same thing.
I think God has a story, Elias, to tell, man, and he wants to tell it. And he wants everybody to bear witness to it. And there's a
Hmm.
purpose for it. And I think we might not know the purpose now, because it's like asking, why do young people die? Why do good people die, right? We don't know.
Yeah.
But I think one day we will know, and then it will all make sense.
We could have just all been born on earth and you would have died and went to hell anyway. Period. If there was for
Dang,
no
Joe.
for the Lord, I'm just saying, if the Lord didn't come and save us, that's what would happen.
It's true. It's a
You
good
know,
point. Yeah. What came out of the pit, guys?
locust.
Locusts. Some bugs?
Like scorpions with stingers like scorpions.
Hold on, man. I know MacArthur got something to say about this. A star from heaven which had fallen, unlike the other stars that will have fallen, this one will be an angelic being, probably Satan himself. The bottomless pit mentioned 7 times in Revelation, and it always refers to the prison where some of the demonic hordes are incarcerated, the place of the severest torment and isolation. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, let's move on there. We got to come back to that fallen. I want to know. Um, so yeah, then locusts came from the smoke and descended on the earth, and they were given power to sting like scorpions. Verse 4. They were told not to harm the grass or the plant or trees, but only the people who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads. Who are they? Pop quiz. Who are they? Who's these people he's saying not harm?
The
those
People
believers.
are marked by God.
all your
Hmm.
unbelievers, all the
Yeah.
ones that got the 666.
Well, there's no 666 yet. So he's saying all the people who have the seal of God on their foreheads. We just saw the 144,000, right? That
Right.
were marked, and everyone that's saying, you know what? I want God too, right? Verse 5.
Hmm.
They were told not to kill them, but to torture them. Now, again, he's not talking about the marked. He's saying the people, right? They were told not to kill the people, the other people, but to torture them for 5 months with pain like the pain of a scorpion sting. Verse 6, in those days people will seek death, but will not find it. They will long to die, but death will flee from them. That's a powerful verse right there. That verse right there says a lot to me about suicide, but I won't get into that now. Just real quick, let's look at 5 and 6. What are the instructions for the locusts here? Just so we have clarity.
To torture the people that are non-believers.
For how long?
5 months.
Okay. What's being stung by a scorpion feel like?
I know. I never been
It's
stuck
searing pain. I
about
mean, I've never had that happen, but it's probably just excruciatingly painful, like your skin's on fire or something.
One of the notes, I think it was on the NLT notes, it says a scorpion's victim often rolls on the ground in agony, foams at the mouth, and grinds his teeth in pain. The demons in the locust form and are able to inflict the pain and perhaps the spiritual pain like a scorpion. So a normal scorpion has you rolling on the ground, foaming at the mouth. These dudes are coming out of the pits of hell with a purpose and a mission. How's that sound to you guys?
yeah, to torture.
Now, you guys think these are like super bugs, or are they something else?
They probably those locusts like you saw in that what was it, that Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be my imagination. They're big like that. You
See,
They say
John, he saw Jurassic Park. You know what I'm saying?
know?
Genetically modified locusts, huh?
Well,
Wow.
a locust doesn't have to be, locusts are small. They're not that big, but
They swarm, right?
yeah, they swarm. They're like all kinds of them all at once. But the thing that makes them so dangerous is like they have that stinger like a scorpion.
Yeah.
And that's what, if you got a, I don't know if you ever watched on history or anything when they showed locusts going through the fields and everything. They just
Yeah.
fly over a field and it just disappears. Well,
Yeah.
that's not just one locust is going to sting you. They're all gang up on you. You may get stung 100 times.
And then
So
you're not
imagine
gonna.
that. Yeah, imagine that. And you don't
That's
die.
terrible. I've been stung by a wasp, and that was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't sound fun, guys. What
No.
John
not at all.
sees as locusts are no threat to Earth's vegetation, right? Nor can they harm those who bear God's seal. And their strange composite appearance gives the impression of symbolism. Therefore, it seems that these invaders are not literal insects, but demonic spirits with Satan as their leader, released to torment their own worshipers. Now, think about that. I didn't even think about that. They're not coming to hurt God's people. You would think the devil always wants to hurt God's people. They're coming to hurt their own people.
Yep.
If God
That's
commanded,
interesting.
don't be touched. You can't put your hands on them, so you're protected.
That's good, man.
Well, he
What kind of king are you serving where he wants to hurt you?
he's hurting his own people right now.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
Whatever, drugs, whatever. Those are his own people.
That needs to be preached, guys. That needs to be
What
preached
about
in the park
what
or
about the
wherever.
time? What about the time frame on this too, though? It says for 5 months.
Yeah. And it said that that's the normal lifespan of an actual locust, which is interesting. But yeah, 5 months. What's that about? Specific, right? This is again, people want to know about Revelation. You guys are learning about it. You can tell them what this is about. But these things that they're scared of, they're not coming for you. They're coming
Yeah,
for them,
yeah.
Yep.
right? And again, that verse 6, in those days, people will seek death, but will not find it. They will long to die, but death will flee from them. What's the message there? What's he saying?
He's saying that you can go jump off a building, but you're not going to die.
You can't even die.
Yeah.
God controls that too.
Yep.
How's that sound? Does that sound realistic?
Very much so.
Yes.
I just had one of my friends who's he's like a CNA. His patients he was taking care of said he shot himself in the head, bullet went out the back of his skull, and he's still alive.
Yeah.
I'm like, it wasn't his time. Like, God didn't call him home. I'm like, whatever the purpose was, I'm like, was it his time to go?
Listen, guys, I firmly believe that. I know we see people commit suicide all the time, and there's Christian people that commit suicide, but I firmly believe that if it is not your time, you will not go. God controls when you come into this world, and He controls when you leave. I firmly believe that, and I see verses like this, and I'm just like, yeah, God's that big too, you know. And I'm talking about Christians here. You know what I mean? I believe God is that big, you know. Um, but that we'll say that for another time. Verse 7. The locusts looked like horses prepared for battle. They had what looked like gold crowns on their heads, and their faces looked like human faces. They had hair like women's hair and teeth like the teeth of a lion. They wore armor made of iron, and their wings roared like an army of chariots rushing into battle. They had tails that stung like scorpions, and for 5 months they had the power to torment people. Their king is the angel of the bottomless pit. His name in Hebrew is abandoned, and in Greek, Apollyon, which means the destroyer. The first terror is past, but look, two more terrors are coming. Huh. What's coming to mind about these scorpions?
I don't think no fly swat.
Terrifying.
They're not just regular bugs, Joe. They're not just little
Bug,
bugs.
bug zapper.
They're scary just to look at. You know what I mean? They're going to be coming after you. You're not expecting that.
Joe,
You
what's going on with
Especially
the crowns, guys? Why do they have crowns? What's that about?
that's just it, man. You're gonna see these locusts coming, they got crowns on and look like a human face. You're not gonna run inside. You're gonna be looking and say, what the heck is that? Until they sting you, then you're gonna cut out.
Alex, I'm running and hiding, Alex. I don't got time to be looking at. I'm sorry, man. I'm not that curious, man. I'm running. I'm just saying.
know, and they got armor.
Okay, pay attention to the details, guys. Faces like humans, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of telling us they have some type of intelligence. Hair like women, whatever.
Yeah.
Teeth like lions,
Yeah.
right? So they got a big bite. They got armor on, like Joe said,
But
right?
they got a
So
human face.
you're not stepping on these things,
Yeah.
right? Wings that sound like chariots, so they can fly, and they got those tails.
Yeah.
What do you guys make of this, man?
They're gonna they're gonna be successful with like God wants them to be. You know what I mean?
That's a good point, Joe. They will have success for
Sounds like
five
some of
months.
our human sins. You know,
Man,
old crowns. You know, that's lust. After money. Worldly stuff.
oh, that's a good point.
Human faces. I mean, looking in the mirror,
Yeah.
man. We got to examine ourselves too. I think that's significant right there. I ain't gonna get into the woman's hair.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It
We're on a
says
recorded line.
he's the their king is the angel of the bottomless pit.
Ah,
Not that same guy that we was reading from the beginning.
no, I don't think so.
See,
I,
well, sorry to interrupt. Go
no, go
ahead.
ahead.
I'll say I'm still stuck on back. Like trying. I wanted to add a question about the angel that locks him up for 1,000 years. So is that before all this? Because this is all happening within seven, right? So I mean, I just was curious
Oh
how
yeah, my
people.
bad about that. So that actually, that's after. That's way after. That's towards the end. That's
Yeah.
Revelations 20.
Yeah.
That's during the great millennial reign.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Thousand.
I know I
Yeah,
had read it before, but I forget if it was before or after. So thank you for clarifying.
yeah, no problem, man, no problem. So you guys were talking about these different levels in this bottomless pit. It kind of now it's starting to read like that because these guys have crowns on, so they have some kind of status. This dude's calling himself a king or something, right? He's the king. Their king is this angel in the bottomless pit. Okay, so there's that. So there might be a hierarchy down there then, because this is probably not even the devil. This is probably one of the devil's guys.
So let me ask a silly question. If it's a bottomless pit, they could just go out the bottom because it's bottomless.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I mean, what I don't get it. Like a cave. A cave, no matter how deep it goes, there's always a dead end.
True.
but bottomless pit. They call it a pit, but it's bottomless. So it's kind
Bottomless, just it's like the chips at Chili's, man. It's never ending, Alex. It's never ending. God is
Or the
saying
fries at Red
at
Robin's.
the Friday Robin, yeah.
of,
God is saying here that there's no listen, there's no end to it. Like I can
yeah,
put as many people in there as I want to, right? It's never full.
yeah.
So,
What's
and
up with the names in Greek though in Hebrew? You know,
mm,
like why is that a? Is he referring to a Greek god? You know that they followed, and
ooh, good point. That sounds about right. He could be taking a shot right there.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Also, I heard like it's a symbolic or whatever, but like also like somebody I seen this thing they're trying to make it sound like it was like, oh, he's probably saying it's a helicopter, but I don't think it's gonna be like that. I think it's gonna be just like it's described. I mean, God's gonna pull out all the stops and just there's some stuff we can't handle and just coming out of that pit.
Listen, man. Again, coming out the pit, like you said, helicopter or some kind of drone. We see all these drones in China. This is coming out of a pit, man. This is different,
Yeah.
in my opinion, right?
Well,
Abandoned.
look at heaven.
Yeah,
Look at heaven. He's got those animals that are worshiping him. They got eyes all over themselves,
good point.
and all these different ones. There's another one that has, you know, a face on three sides or something like that. You know, all these, and they're worshiping God. So if he can make those, and they kind of trip me out. What are these? These are just something else that he creates.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing to God. MacArthur's calling these guys. There is a hierarchy here. It says that his name means destroyer. There is a hierarchy of power among the demons, just as among the holy angels. Apparently, the angel of the abyss is one of Satan's most trusted leaders, or possibly Satan himself. It's interesting.
Hmm.
Yep.
It's interesting. Again, it goes back to
I
that
mean,
Zeus and Apollos and
yeah, I
whoever.
was gonna say so. Greek gods could be, you know what I mean? They're working for him. They're not worshiping God. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean? They're going against.
100%.
They're worshiping the enemy of evil. You know.
Yeah, everything has a purpose, Juan, for sure.
Yeah.
I
Throughout
mean,
time,
I
it's just
just
reproducing.
yep.
Go ahead,
And all
Paul.
these animals that you see in the sea, like they're crazy looking. Like you don't,
Good point.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? You don't
Good
know.
point. The ones that we've actually seen, but the ones at the very bottom that we're starting to see
Yeah.
now, we're like, what
The
is
ones,
that?
the ones that are in the dark, right? Like we cannot see. And those aren't meant to be seen. Reality, you know, it's man that tries to take us deeper into there. You know.
I mean,
Man,
a seahorse is wild. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
come on, man. Let me
So
finish this
what was on
out.
that guy?
Let me finish this out. I'm gonna ask you guys to just some questions just to get some clarity here. The sixth trumpet brings the second terror. Okay. Then the sixth angel blew his trumpet, and I heard a voice speaking from the four horns of the gold altar that stands in the presence of God. And the voice said to the sixth angel who held the trumpet, release the four angels who are bound at the great Euphrates River. Oh, we've seen something like that before. They're saying that river's drying up right now or something like that.
Yep.
Then the four angels who had been prepared for this hour, interesting, and day and month and year were turned loose to kill 1/3 of the people on earth. I heard the size of their army, which was 200 million mounted troops. And in my vision, I saw the horses and the riders sitting on them. The riders wore armor that was fiery red, dark blue, and yellow. The horses had heads like lions, and fire and smoke and burning sulfur billowed from their mouths. 1/3 of all the people on earth were killed by these three plagues, by the fire, smoke, and burning sulfur that came from the mouths of these horses. Their power was in their mouths and in their tails. Okay. For their tails had heads like snakes with the power to injure people. Verse 20. But the people who did not die in these plagues still refused to repent of their evil deeds and turn to God. They continued to worship demons and idols made of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood. Idols that can neither see nor hear, nor walk. And they did not repent of their murders, or their witchcraft, or their sexual immorality, or their thefts. Wow. Sixth trumpet is blown. Who's released? What happened?
Well, those four angels from the Euphrates River were released.
Mm. They sound like scary dudes. Are those guys heavenly beings, or are those guys fighting for the other team?
They're the other team for sure.
Yeah. They sound like fallen angels
Yeah.
from the devil's time getting thrown out of heaven, right?
100%.
Those dudes don't they sound pretty scary, man.
Yeah, I
The
Uh
mean,
sulfur from the mouth
we're
is
saying
not
bound.
heavy.
You know what I mean? They're being bounded, and God doesn't bound his angels. You know?
yeah. And think about how powerful these dudes are that they have to be bounded by God and put under a river.
Yeah,
Wow. How many people were killed?
One
One
third.
third.
Another third. So we lost a third in chapter 6. I think we lost a quarter in chapter 7. Of course, the earth's been burning, earthquakes. This is going bad, man.
There's about 75 people left.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how many people are left, guys? Who's still here? I mean, that bottomless pit is filling up,
Yeah.
right? And heaven might be filling up too. This is crazy. How were these people killed?
By fire, sulfur, and I forgot what the other one, or other two.
Oh,
Any conspiracy theories there? What is that? Modern day. Is it real horses with smoke, or is it something else? Imagination. What are we thinking here?
Could be tanks.
Tanks. That's a good one. I didn't think about that one. Could be tanks.
Yeah.
A lot of wars going on.
Come some new futuristic weapon we don't even think of yet.
Yeah, they're building robots that can, fight wars, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, and
200.
especially same thing. John's looking at this and he doesn't know how to explain it, so that's his best explanation of what
Yeah,
he's seeing.
and that is so crazy that like just how that's just mentioned by you guys, man. It just, I mean, I don't want to say imagination, but his thought process just it's beyond. He just only describing what he can see, right?
that's
And
it.
man,
I saw something on four legs. It looked like a horse. It was big like a horse, and it could shoot fire out of its mouth. That's all I can tell you. Right?
You know what's wild is after all this, and it says here, they still refuse to repent of their evil deeds
Come
and
on,
turn to
man.
God. They
Wow.
continue to worship demons and idols made of gold, silver, bronze, and stone, and wood idols. After all that you've seen, you still they still don't want to believe.
Yeah. Why do you think they added that part in there? Those last two verses. Why did God add that in? Why did John add that in right here? Jesus gave this to John. Why?
He's still giving grace.
Hmm.
He's still giving tons of grace. He's like, hey, like you can still turn to me, and even though all this has just happened to you before your eyes, like you can still turn to me. And they're like, nope, we're good.
Oh, it's crazy.
Down to the wire, he's giving
Yeah.
grace.
Man, when you're committed, right? Especially when you got someone in your ear saying, "Look what God's doing to you. Don't worry. I'll take care of him. Stick with me." You know what I mean?
yeah,
This
there's
is
a purpose for people. There's a purpose for a heart and heart. And it could be for somebody else.
yeah. This is something to think about, man. We'll stop here because they take a little break here like they did last time with between this and the last trumpet. But again, man, the power they had power in their mouths and in their tails, for their tails had heads like snakes. What's that about? With power to injure people. So they're hitting you from the front and from behind you. There's no getting to these guys. There's no taking these guys out. Not that anybody would want to fight them, right? I mean, what's the point of fighting them?
Yeah.
well, remember, we're just lamb. We're just lambs.
Good point, Joe.
So you ain't gonna do much right there.
Hey, that's actually a good point, Joe. Why does God want us to be lambs? He don't want
Let
us to
him take
fight.
care of it.
Yeah. Get out the way,
Vengeance and
man.
justice is his. It's not for
Go,
us.
go call on daddy. Just hide behind him.
Man, I think I heard
I'm
someone say "Daddy God" in church. I don't know if I'm feeling that. I don't like that. I don't like that. This doesn't
I'm
sound
just
right.
comparing this where like when kids get bullied, like I'm gonna get my dad.
That's all we can do, man.
Like I'm gonna have my dad handle you.
Man. So if this is the
Oh, really,
midway through the
really,
tribulation here, midway through the tribulation, what do you guys think so far about day 1 to day 3.5? What are y'all thinking?
glad I'm not there.
Yeah.
Now here's a good question. In any of that, did you see the saints there? Did you see any believers there? Did you see him mention the church? Is the question.
Nope.
you're talking from the beginning of 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the martyrs there. There were people in white robes, and yeah,
Was
there
that,
were.
but was that the church?
No, no, that wasn't the church. The church, as far as I believe, the church is gone.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I believe that too, man. But everyone's got their different theologies or whatnot. You got to just keep reading and seeing what you got. But I don't know why people want to fight the rapture so much, but I guess I get it. But
I took it.
hmm?
I was gonna say I take it as too like there's still those people who are trying to save people during that time.
Yeah, yeah,
So God is merciful in that way, right?
yeah. And we're gonna see the two witnesses come back on scene. So what we're gonna see now, there's a little bit of break. Heaven's showing us what they're doing. Then we jump into the two witnesses. They're witnessing, and then once they're done, they get killed. They get raptured to heaven, and then that seventh trumpet is blown. And I think at that point, there ain't no more saving. I don't know, but we'll see.
after you have all these trumpets and everything, and you see these people at the end where they still don't want to turn to the Lord. Just say the Lord showed up in front of them. What do you think they would tell them?
Just like he told us in that parable, they wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He says, "Hey, go down there and tell my brother, or go up there and tell my brothers that you're real. Tell them." And he said,
I
"Hey, if
think
they didn't listen to Moses, they ain't gonna listen to us, to you.
I think they would be mocking him,
Yeah,
calling him names and all that.
But Joe, don't you think about it like this?
What's that?
He is. I say, don't you think about it like this? He is there right now in the Bible. He's showing them this is your warning. So he is there
Yeah,
at the end. All they have to do is open up that Bible and look at Revelations, like what's going to happen next. And he's there. His presence is in there. That's what I'm thinking. Like
yeah.
it's there for you. Even then, at the end of the world, it's there for you if you take it.
Well, let me ask you this, man. At this point, when you open up the internet, you go on social media, can you even believe what you're seeing? I feel like we question everything now. With AI, you don't even
Mm.
know if the thing's real or not.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got holograms, we got things that can go in the sky that look real, they're not. We're watching stuff on TV. Jesus says you're going to hear rumors of wars. We're watching stuff on TV. We're like, that looks real to me, but it's not even real. Man, and we don't know what to believe anymore. It's scary times, man.
You,
and this
you
is
can
why
believe the word of God, though.
Huh?
this is why we're supposed to, like, say like me. This is why we're supposed to be telling our children about this,
Yeah,
even though we may not see it. But we need to let them know and wake them up and warn them for
I
this time.
agree. I agree.
You know,
I agree, man. I need to go back and read that First Thessalonians 4:16, man. That's the rapture scripture right there. Go back and read that for yourself. Read all the study notes. Search it up and down. See what you believe, man. Paul talks about it too in 1 Corinthians 15:52. And he mentions something about a last trumpet is blown, but we believe that's a different trumpet, but we'll get to that another time. Um, but yeah, that's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all. Any closing comments, concerns? Joe, you up to pray, Joe?
yeah, I'll go. I'll go.
All right.
It's a privilege, Lord, to pray to you, God, especially with these men of God. Especially with them that they believe with you with their whole heart, and they give you all their allegiance, God. And like I said, it's an honor, God, for you to show us and warn us and teach us, and that we'll know the signs, God. We will not be ignorant, God. So we thank you for what you're doing, God, or what you did in the revelation, how you printed it, God, made it made it the Word of God, put it in black and white, God. And we thank you for all that you do, God, because you're great, God. You know everything, God. Nothing stays together without you, God. Like it says in Colossians, Lord, you're the supreme being, God. We thank you and praise you, God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. All right, let me go find my generator just in case the power goes out again, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Devil couldn't slow us
Okay.
Mm.
down, man. God is good.
Okay.
Good night,
Take
fellas.
care.
All right.
Undefeated,
Yeah.
undefeated.
Undefeated. I love that.